Teach Radio. Teach2Teach Radio. Education for all, for all, for all. Education for all, for all.
Welcome to Teach2Teach radio program. Today we are going to look at safeguarding. With me to do the discussion are
Idris Mohammed from 210 Primary School.
Paul from Holy Rosary Primary School, Sankpala.
Millicent Fibina from 210 Primary School.
Abkar Abrahman from 210 Primary School.
You are all welcome.
Thank you.
Let's look at what is safeguarding to you.
To my understanding, safeguarding has to do with protect the children against harassment and abuses.
Very good. Any other?
To my understanding, protecting the vulnerable child from being harmed.
In my opinion, to safeguarding is protecting someone from getting harm, especially giving someone sexual exploitation or harassment.
To my view, protecting an adult right to live in safety free from abuse.
Yeah, free from abuse. That is the key word. Do you ever experience any of these? Whether you were sexually harassed, abused in any kind, or you were taking advantage of certain things, and you can share with us? Yes.
Yes, I have one example in a particular school when one master, after giving them exercise, the master picked one girl to bring it home so that he will mark it. When the child sent the books to the house, the master went to rape the child. The child ran, cried for help. The community people come and help the girl out.
Did he rape the child, or he made an attempt?
He made an attempt.
He made an attempt. All right.
I will also add to what my brother have just said. A situation which I witnessed myself. There's a shortage of water in the community, and the teacher asked children to fetch water. He needed water to do some house chores. The children, he gave them jerrycans, and the child has no bicycle like motorbike where any of them to use to carry this jerrycan. They have to carry it themselves for a long distance, about 5 kilometers away. And by the time they return, some of them even couldn't walk anymore, which I feel is a harm the teacher has given to the child. And to me, it's a harm.
Very good. Next.
There's one school in Savalogo. So and then the teacher called the girl and asked her, do you have phone? And she said no. And the guy said, then after closing, meet me at my house. I have some special phone to give you. So after closing, the girl went to they went there, and then the man
had sex with her.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. Yeah, it's touching, really. So how do you feel with this kind of scenarios that we have had, or examples that we have had? How do you feel?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very bad.
Very bad.
Now, let's look at things that people should not do so long as safeguarding is concerned. When I say people, I mean teachers, adults, any other person.
I would say teachers should not use any plan or any technique to just trick the children, bring them to the house, and have sex with them.
Any other? It means there shouldn't be sexual harassment.
No.
Okay.
I also look at this. Our brothers or our fathers in the house, we should make sure that any place that we are going with our children or our wives, we should have sympathy with them, so that even when you are walking, make sure you walk with her. Or when you are going to ride a bicycle or motorbike, please carry her along, so that she will find it easy to do house chores when they come home early.
Okay. That means that you shouldn't take advantage of anybody by punishing that person. All right. Yes, Millicent, do you have something to say?
Yes, I also say that as teachers and parents, we shouldn't use maybe the corporal punishments, using cane on child when a child goes wrong, because that way you are abusing the child or harassing the child. So we should stop using that. If you see the child to advise the child will understand, instead of using the cane and maybe the other way of bullying the child.
Some teachers pull the ears of the children. Do you do that?
No, I don't welcome that.
Have you seen anybody doing so? Your colleagues or a people against a people?
It was there, but with the sensitization, I think now we are not seeing it again.
Out, okay.
Yes, and then I will also have to say that parents or teachers try their possible best to listen to their children. Sometimes they have something bad or good to tell them, so that when you drag them away, I think at the end you see something bad.
Let's continue with things that we should not do, so long as safeguarding is concerned. I think we need to exhaust it. Yeah, what other things? We have talked about harassment, bullying, we shouldn't bully the children or bully any other person. Yes. We have talked about that. Any other?
I would like to.
What should we not do?
I would like to talk about this sex exploitation, especially parents. Some of them send their children for certain jobs and they will just send the child. The child may not even come at all back to school or may not even come to learn. And if you go to ask, they will tell you he's gone either to go and work, or maybe somebody collected the child and said, at the end of the year, the person will pay me this amount, which I feel is very bad. So parents should not do such a thing.
Our children, they are important to us. Whenever they are going, we should make sure that they are saved. Sometimes when you look at the child trafficking, some people, they just give out their children to others to work with them so that they will get money. So the money that you are going to get cannot cater for you and not to talk of the child. So at the end of the day, the care may end up by getting a disease. So we shouldn't take it as granted and give our children out to others to take care of.
I also want to add another point. At times, the grown-up ones, when they come to us in the school as a head teacher, we admit them with a certain reason. Because the child is grown, you want to put the child to become your office keeper. And all the time the child is working in your office. And before you realize something bad has happened, I want to advise we should desist from that. It's a way of abusing. We should not do that.
Good. Any other?
I think as parents and teachers too, we should try to provide our children needs. Because sometimes it's because of lack of their needs that they always try to go in for someone thing. For instance, my child is going to school. I didn't give the child chop money. The child need pencil or book. I didn't buy for the child. So if the child go to school and someone say, oh, after closing, pass by my house and collect 10 cedi or 2 cedi, the child will be compelled to go. But if you provide all the needs of the child and give the child food to eat, I think the child will not have in mind of going to someone to pick something from the person. So let's try and provide their needs.
Yeah, and then I also want our teachers and parents are responsible to monitor and reporting in case of suspected or sign of somebody bullying or abusing her. So,
will you agree that most people use the power they have on others and the power they have over other people to either harass them, abuse them, exploit them, or what have you? It's only those who have power over other people that they go on to harass them or exploit them or abuse them.
Yes, I agree.
Why do you agree? Tell us reasons. Because of their power.
Because of their power. They use that one to abuse some people. So if you ask, do I agree? Yes, I agree. Yes.
Okay.
Use
I wanted to know reasons why.
I also
like their power. They are able to use it on somebody.
I also support that because some people are using their powers. Because I could remember about a year or two now, a certain man sat outside his compound. And one girl selling kola nuts. When the girl came with the kola nut, the man asked the girl that I'm going to buy your kola nuts. So when the girl came in for the man to buy, he moved inside the room and asked the girl to follow him to the room. So when the girl entered, the man locked the door. So at the end of the day, he raped the girl.
Okay.
So and that case went to the police station.
Let me also add this one. You know, in our schools we have prefers GP, SP, and other members. So they normally use it to disturb their friends since because of that. So they normally use it to disturb them.
Good.
The little I want to add is I witnessed an example like that, which I want to share. A teacher posted to a certain school, which I witnessed myself. Then the security supervisor came. I think he wants to use his power, and because he's a security supervisor, to convince the girl to have love in him. And so he talked to the girl and the girl refused. And so he forced and transferred the girl from the school to a certain remote area to go and work. Then later on, he called and asked, do you now feel it or you want to correct your error? And the lady said, let me remain there. And so anytime he will call, he will find out whether he has some change of mind to agree to what he said. Then he will now bring him the lady wants. And the lady will say, I want where I am. And I will not agree to what. And so certain powers, at times, we use it to bully the young ones. Especially
power.
the vulnerable.
Yes.
Yes. So it happens.
Good. We have our kids at home, we have our parents at home. Can we look at the power these kids have? Do they have power? Do you agree that kids have power or they do not?
No, I don't think they have power.
They don't have. I always want a reason for
Yes.
agreeing or not agreeing.
They
When
have
you say
power.
they don't have power. Why do you say so?
Because I look at them because they are kids. So they can't react anything that can.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
When a child is crying, what does that mean?
It's
That means
reporting.
he needs something.
Will you attend to the child or not?
You
You
attend
do.
to.
That's the power of the kid.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
it's
That is just what I wanted to say. I brought a teacher here. You were all here yesterday,
Yes.
Madam Nafisa. She's just a clear example. She was to join a group yesterday for a talk like this. The child refused not to stay with a colleague teacher outside. The child was crying, and she has no option than to stop the talk and go and pick the child. Like if not the child crying, she would have been with the colleagues. But she left because the child has power over the mother.
She exhibited.
They have powers because the children, their mood can let an adult ask them, why are you behaving that way? And the child will just say it out. So I think they have power reporting because maybe sometimes children will come to school and they come and be moody. Someone will come, you will look at their face. It's not just appearing to you. You ask the child, what is the problem? Oh, is it not my father who did this? Is it not my mother? Or someone did this to me? So I say in a way they have power of reporting.
So, do our parents bully us sometimes? Let's look at our past experience.
Yeah, sometimes they bully us. I could remember one day my father asked me to go and buy a pen for him. So when I went to buy the pen, I bought it, not knowing that when I removed the cover and removed all the ink,
The pen is
the pen. So I just tried it, and I tried to refix it, and all my hands are
God
tried to put it back. I couldn't go to him because I can't deny that it's not me who did it.
Sometimes it happens because sometimes your father can send you to go and buy something to him. And you can use 5 minutes to go there. But when you go there, because of the channel, you spend about 15 minutes. So when you come back, your father will give you a heavy knock so that next time.
That's bullying. That's right. Now let's look at what solutions we can provide so long as safeguarding is concerned. What are the actions our parents have to take?
The parents should listen to the children, because sometimes if you don't listen to him or her, maybe something is going to happen to her. Maybe he or she is going to school and the master is trying to do her something, so she come and report it to you, and you don't take it as seriously.
We
So we should listen to the children.
We should listen to the
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
That's one solution,
Yeah.
so that we know their
I
problems.
think mine is parents should also monitor their children. Monitoring, I mean, to look at what they do and where they go at times. A child will just move out and nobody cares. That kind of thing is not helping the children. When we monitor them, at least we'll be able to control or maybe stop such a thing.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
listen.
parents also stop giving their children to people in exchange of money or go and do this work for this person for a
Child
number of
trafficking.
years or a number of months. They should stop doing that, child trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parents can also allow their children to play with them.
What of in the school,
All right.
where you have other children bullying their colleagues?
Especially you make somebody a class prophet and he becomes popular in class.
Or the Lord?
The Lord in class. Even nobody will talk and he will start caning. Child will not do anything and you start bullying. Normally what we do is either you tell the prophet or the class monitor, if you didn't stop it, I will change you or I will replace you. When you say this simple thing, somebody who is reasonable may change.
That's the school level.
The school level.
That's very good. All too soon, our time is up, and we are very happy to hear all this. I hope our listeners, our caregivers, parents will take note of some of these things and try to safeguard their children and all other people who are around and have things to do with one another. As much as possible, try to ensure that you don't cause any harm to anybody. Thank you very much for coming. Hopefully next week we shall meet again and discuss another topic. Listeners, I hope you will get yourself glued to your radio sets when we are around again the same time next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Teach to Teach Radio. Teach to Teach Radio. Education for all, for all, for all. Education for all, for all.